Greetings, people of the world. Matthew back with you here at Novora Autism for the continuation of Let's Play Eternal Sonata. So, we have accomplished pretty much everything that we wanted to here at Lento Cemetery, so we have now made our way to the final location of the cemetery in order to get the water for the little girl's flowers. So, before we get started, there is something that I want to do. I want to make it a point to take off all of our accessories. There's a reason for that, but that'll be explained in due time. And I also want to top off everyone's HP. So we'll do that. Let's check my item sets. Well, I have over 40 star cookies. I might as well fill up the remaining slots, and they recover 3600 HP, which is good. Alright, moving on now. So in order to get the little girl's precious special water, yeah, we can't use it from the water underneath the bridge. We gotta beat this boss to get it. Yeah, check out its tail bulging like that. So yeah, this is what we're up against. It also emits blue mist and crazy light rings, and all four of its eyes glow. So this is our next boss duel, and in fact it's actually the last boss duel of the chapter. So, let's go ahead and start beating up these bad guys. And that one's gone in a hurry. Alright, go Allegretto. Go Allegretto, go. And boom! That one's dead. Are you kidding me? On its first turn, it revived one of these. It revived one of the light antiques on its first turn. Wow. And I am in a bad spot. I am in a very, 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 very bad spot. And we need to move this thing a bit. Ah! Went against Viola. Oh! Yeah, we need to get Viola over to use Heal Arrow here because, yeah, it'll be used a few times as we're doing this battle. Alright, get behind it. Alright, good damage. Yeah, it gets Allegretto and Falsetto to either side. Okay. And I hold my own. Alright, Falsetto. Yeah, breach those defenses. Breach those defenses. Alright, can Viola hit from here? She can. And she's gonna need to use the Heal Arrow. She didn't hit 100% of the time, but she did score, which is important. Every point counts against an end boss like this.
Have a nice nap.
Keep on the offense and do not stop.
Stay down.
Oh! Yeah, couldn't react fast enough against that attack.
Take that.
Viola. Yeah, she's not going to be really an effective attacker here. She's really going to be in more or less a support role. So, take advantage of her healing abilities and the Sacred Strike. We're definitely going to need them here. And we're even slowing it down for good measure. And as you can see, we certainly... Ah! Again! Well, I might as well use the Sacred Strike. And then use Heal Arrow. And then use a Star Cookie for Falsetto and go. Pound away. Ah, crap. Tail's not part of the hitbox. Oh, wow, really? Allegretto missed completely. Oh, you gotta be kidding. Oh, that is just cruel and unusual punishment. That is just cruel and unusual, and I hate it. Pound through! Alright, Sacred Strike. Heal Arrow. Yeah, I am shocked that Allegretto missed that attack completely with every single one on his last turn.
Have a nice nap.
And it's reviving again. Well, at least it gives Viola a target to fight and to cause legitimate damage against. Oh, and it's gonna go. Oh, wow. Well, thankfully, right, it's fortunate for Viola because she can now go to melee and hit it point blank. Boom, you're dead again. Right, now then. Allegretto. Pound away. And it's over, we won.
You're not gonna beat me.
We win, and Falsetto gets another experience level, plus we get the Thunderstir bow for Viola. So, Falsetto will gain a total of 5 levels here in Lento Cemetery. She gets up to 28. So let's get that water.
Looks like we won.
You know, we did kind of just barge in here all of a sudden. Now that I think about it, it may just have been protecting the graveyard against intruders.
Well, I'd feel kind of bad about that then.
But we were trying to help someone out, you know?
Don't worry. The Spring Guardian is a spirit, so even if it's gone temporarily, it'll go back to normal soon.
Well, that's good to know.
Come on, let's get the simile water and start heading back.
Yes, we must indeed do that. So, mission accomplished. So now, let's go back over to Jazz and Claves, because we haven't seen these two in a while. And, as it stands right now, yeah, for those of you not familiar, the members of Andantino are a bit suspicious of each other right now.
Claves, what do you think of Falsetto?
Huh? What do you mean?
We have an information leak on our hands. There's a spy within our ranks, and I think that it may very well be Falsetto.
Yeah.
You don't think she's been acting strange lately? She's being oddly combative. Especially toward you. Think about it. She never used to be like that.
Uh-oh.
Well, it could be. That Falsetto is just jealous of us.
Yeah, rumor has it that the Jazz and Claves are having an affair.
Even so, there is definitely something she's hiding from me. I've known her since childhood, so we can tell almost everything about each other.
Everything.
Yeah, is that necessarily true?
Hold on. If there's a spy among us, wouldn't the guards have been watching the dungeon?
What do you mean there,
Remember,
Claves?
our plan was to infiltrate the dungeon directly through the secret passage.
Yes, that is true.
It must have been a coincidence. I can't believe Falsetto is a spy.
Yes, you're right. Thanks, Claves.
Well, I guess we've
That's
cleared her of
I was just about to
Falsetto
leave
of any
you,
wrongdoing.
Falsetto. It sure is taking them a long time. You think I should go to Andante and get them?
Yes, that's a good idea.
Well, away goes Jazz then. And what of Claves? Well, we're gonna find out soon enough. Because as Jazz is leaving...
Guess it's nothing.
Yeah, he thinks it's nothing, but... we're gonna see something completely different. Because I can definitely tell you what happens next is anything less than nothing. Something is definitely wrong with Claves.
You fool. The information you provided us was very valuable. But I was ordered to kill you if your identity was revealed. Don't take it personally.
Yeah,
I know you. You're Rondo.
Falsetto has suspected you for some time now. I suppose sooner or later, they were bound to find out.
yeah, the spy was actually
You had the
Claves.
perfect opportunity to frame her as a spy, and you let it slip away. That failure cannot go unpunished.
Yeah, what's worse, Claves is struck down by a doppelganger. who now proceeds to leave Claves for dead.
I already knew that Falsetto suspected it was me.
Claves, why do you always need things repeated?
Yeah, remember the first time we came across these guys?
Well, they do taste good in soup. I don't know about that. I seriously doubt he'll be attacking Andantino anytime soon. It's boring when things always go according to plan. It's nice to have things shaken up every once in a while. It's okay with you, isn't it, Claves?
Yeah, you can see the look in her eyes.
A lifetime to build, but it only takes a moment to destroy. You know, human beings really are masters of destruction. Everything we do has some effect on the environment. And ultimately, that ends up affecting human society as well.
Waltz really made a mistake when he chose me for this mission. Because I went and fell in love with the target.
Yeah, Claves was supposed to assassinate Jazz. Kill the head and the body will follow, right?
But more than that, I'm an idiot too. Why did I say those things to him? Well, it could be that Falsetto is just jealous of us.
I sincerely hope that's all it is.
Well, that's ultimately what it turned out to be.
Even so,
In one way, but of course, we know the full
she's hiding
truth.
from me.
Yeah, there is definitely something that
I've
Falsetto
known
is
since
hiding,
childhood,
but
so we can
we'll
tell
find about
everything
that
we
later.
about each other.
Everything. When he was saying that he and Falsetto knew everything about each other, I felt so... The truth is, I guess I'm the one who was jealous of them.
Yeah, this is a rather prolonged death scene.
I didn't want to lose to Falsetto. I wanted to fight for him fairly and have him choose me. What a joke. A fair fight? That's the last thing anyone would expect from someone as deceitful as me.
So I hope you all can understand why I chose not to really make much use of Claves. Yeah, you're probably wondering why I chose not to use Claves for the most part at the Adagio Swamp and never at all at Woodblock Groves. Well, the evidence is right here for all of you to see. Not only is she a spy, but she's about to die.
Remember, our plan was to infiltrate the dungeon directly through the secret passage.
I even surprised myself when
Yeah,
I said it.
crazy that we're doing that shot from inside the cage, but it's Claves who ended up being the one who was caged.
Maybe Rondo was right. If I had just made her out to be the spy, my job and my love life would have been easy. But it's strange. I don't regret it at all. For once, it actually felt like we were on equal footing.
Yes, that is true.
It must have been a coincidence. I can't believe Falsetto is a spy.
Well, now we know that she's not.
Yes, you're right. Thanks, Claves. That's a relief. I was just about to lose my faith in Falsetto.
Well, worry no more, Jazz. Your faith is reassured. But as for Claves, not so much.
Well, ultimately, I guess I lose both in work and in love. I wish I had grown up with Jazz. Then, just maybe I would have led a life better than the one I did. truly envy Falsetto.
I'm sure you do. Yeah, and here comes the carrier pigeon to perform Claves' final task.
This will be my final gift to both of them. Now go! Fly! But your destination isn't Forte anymore. It's Baroque.
Yeah, Claves is sending the bird to the country that Forte wants to declare war on. And with that, Claves finally collapses. Her mortal wound festers to the point where she can no longer stand.
It's done. I had to do at least one good deed in the end, or else the Valkyries would never come for me.
A reference to one of the games that Tri Crescendo was responsible for creating, the year 2000 PS1 RPG Valkyrie Profile.
That it was me. Yes, I'm sure Falsetto will tell them. Were my feelings real? Or was it all just some kind of illusion?
Well, I guess we'll never find out, will we?
Everything I've ever done has always just been an act. But at least, at the end, I want to be the real me.
And with that,
I truly loved you.
Claves breathes her last and dies. So you're probably wondering where the Chopin documentary piece for this chapter was going to take place. Well, it's going to take place here at the end of Chapter 3 for Fantasy Impromptu. This is a beautifully flowing melody in C-sharp minor, composed around 1835. Yeah, it certainly sounds very flowing, doesn't it? Very fast, too. Despite the beauty and fantasy that is true to its name, Chopin did not intend to release this piece to the public. In fact, it's possible that he had asked his friend, Julian Fontana, to burn the score after his death. Yeah, quite the favor to ask of a friend of yours, huh? It is said that the reason for this was because it resembled Beethoven's Moonlight Sonata. Chopin might have been aware of the fact and refrained from publishing the piece to avoid such criticism. But 6 years after Chopin's death, it was published by Julian Fontana as Opus 66. That's definitely not Mr. Holland's opus, that's for sure. This must have been very difficult for Fontana. And it's also difficult for me to wait such a long time in between pieces of the dialogue here. He probably spent a great deal of time debating whether it was best to just respect the wishes of his friend. Or if it was really right for him to keep this masterpiece from the rest of the world. In any case, the world should be grateful for Fontana's decision. If he had not published that score, then we would have never known about it, of course. Future generations would never have been able to immerse themselves in this wonderful world of fantasy. There might have been other compositions that were threatened with destruction, just like this one. Though Chopin's request might have seemed reasonable at the time. Yeah, and appropriately we have the flaw on the piano to show the death of Claves. It is really extremely fortunate that pieces like Fantasy Impromptu were spared.